Hello YouTube, Ronnie, Shireen behind the camera there. Well, my last video that came out yesterday, Mark actually knew what I did. I bought another tractor. My Ford, that one right there behind you, I told you it broke down last Thursday, or Thursday before last. Today's Sunday. And well, it came out to find out it was an oil cooler. So I did get that fixed. It took me about a week to get it done. And I did get it done, and it's up for sale now. But that happened Thursday at 4 something in the afternoon. And I ended up calling my salesman Thursday at 4:50 asking about a new 7060. He said, well, I got this. As y'all know, I sold my 7060. I sold my Ford truck. You know, I don't get into politics and I don't get into personal stuff on this channel, and I never will. The reason why I sold them two things was I was sick. I want to say September, October. I didn't know what was going on. I was sick for 2 or 3 months before I even told my wife. And I guess she told me I couldn't hide it anymore. So when I finally told her, it was getting pretty bad. And I didn't know what it was. And we went to doctors, emergency rooms, and they've done all kinds of tests on me. Couldn't figure it out. And then finally, one day, I had told her that I burped and it stunk like a horse, dead horse. I don't know if you've ever smelled a dead horse before, a horse that's dying. You can smell the insides when they're dying. You can smell it. And I told my wife, every time I burp, it smells like that. So of course, you know, telling the doctors this, they didn't know what's going on. They were checking for blood clots. I mean, it got so bad. I would feel better for a week when I went to the emergency room because they put me on antibiotics. And then after that, I'd go back sick again. Well, after I told her, she started researching it and she figured out what to test me for, and they tested it, and I feel better now. But at that time, this was like in January or February. At that time, I didn't think I was gonna make it to see 51, and I just turned 51 a couple weeks ago. So that's the reason why I sold the truck and the tractor. That's not the only reason. I did tell you I wanted out of the emissions, and I did. The truck was the problem with the emissions, and I did want out of that. But when I bought that tractor, I knew I made a mistake right when I did it. And there's nothing wrong with it now. I mean, I fixed it, I put some money in it, AC blows cold. It's just not as comfortable as that over there. Well, what I did buy me is I bought me a M4 071, which is basically like a 74 point something horsepower. People ask, why do I go such small? I don't want depth. I don't want depth. I don't want any of that. So I gotta stay under 85 horsepower. Now, if I could ever find me a clean, you know, older tractor, I might consider buying it. But it's gotta be clean and it's gotta be nice. This here is a 22 or 3 model. It does have 3 sets of remotes on this one. When I called my salesman, I asked him about a new 7060, and he said, I got this one here, it's used. It had 200 hours on it, but of course with the loader, it has the bigger front tires, the wider tires. I like that because my other ones were like pizza cutters, they'd put ruts. It had the third function valve already, just like my other Kubota did. The bigger cab. When I was gonna buy another tractor, I really wanted to get I wanted a buddy seat. That way my wife could ride with me sometimes, because she does go with me. It now has 214 hours on it. 216 hours. It's got 216 hours. It's got a 12-speed transmission. It says it's got the 3 remotes. Of course, AM, FM stereo, AC, of course, buddy seat. It's 74 something, like 74 point something horses. But the tinted windows. So I bought this one instead. I went to go pick, I called him on a Thursday at 4:50. He called me Friday morning and told me that he had it. And by 9 o'clock, I told him to get it ready. I was going to get it. Now, I wish I would have actually probably thought about just going ahead. And my wife kept telling me to buy a tractor. Buy a tractor. Go back to a newer tractor. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to spend the money. I don't want to have the payment. I've been trying to get out of payments this month. So I bought a cutter. I wish I'd have bought the tractor before I bought the cutter, because I could have just kept my other cutter. But I wanted a trail mower anyway. So, but that's what I bought. And I like it. It's comfortable in there. It does everything I need. Like I said, I'll never get into depth on these tractors. That's the reason why I stay away from 85 horsepower. I would love to have 100 to 110 horsepower in a newer tractor, but I won't do it. I'll stay right there with those things and they'll work for me. But anyway, so that was the reason. That was the reason of, you know, selling. I lost my train of thought right there. Selling my tractor and my truck, you know. But I'm healthy now. But like I said, I won't do a lot of personal stuff. This is about the most personal thing I'll ever put on here, and I won't do politics. That's just, there's things that everybody has problems, and I think some people might want to watch my channel just to get away from your own dang problems, because I know I like to get away from my problems, you know. But yeah, Mark, you guessed it, brother. And I last night when we posted that video and I saw that comment, and Mark has been a long time viewer, and I know there's other long time viewers too, but he's interacted since I think I started this 3 years ago. He's interacted with me, you know, comments and all that stuff. So that's why I know, and it's Mark the Marine. But I appreciate you watching. Y'all have a good day, and happy Father's Day, everybody. And we'll see y'all later.